Pull it, come on, don't let it go. Nice.
Hey guys, my name's Eli. So I'm making this series of videos because I'm new to powerlifting. The only program I've done has been the Candito program so far, and it was good, but I feel like there's a couple things wrong with it. First of all, like my bench, I don't think he does enough volume in the bench. Anyway, so there are a couple things wrong with it, but I know a couple guys have done his bench program along with his strength program, and they've had better results. So I'm going to try to be mixing the two, seeing how it goes. And I probably won't make a ton of videos, but I will at least do this one in a video after I finish the program, just with my experience of it and if it's worth it or not to do that. So a couple things about me. First, my name's Eli, obviously, just said it. I weigh 195-ish, I believe. I'm 6'2", 6'2 and a half. Right now, my totals are squat 355, bench 235, deadlift 405. So, in terms of pound to pound, pretty weak. Okay, so got some numbers for you guys. Before the first week of the 6-week strength program Candito has, free on his website, which is great. Before the first week, my squat was 325. My bench was 230, and my deadlift was 395 for sumo. Conventional, my deadlift was 405. But for the whole 6 weeks, I never did conventional again, switched completely to sumo. And after the 6th week, the squat went up 30 pounds. I believe some of that's to do with the fact that I don't think I actually found my true max before I started this. My true max is probably at least 335, but still that's a 20-pound difference. That's pretty good. Probably still some newbie gains in there. The bench, on the other hand, only went up 5 pounds, and it's still not a good bench. So only going 5 pounds for 6 weeks, I thought that was pretty bad. And my bench, I got 235, but it was pretty terrible. I did a decent pause at the bottom, but I mean, the bar traveled down a little bit while I was going up, so it wouldn't have counted in a competition. So I felt that was lacking. And then the deadlift went up to 405 for sumo, which is 10 pounds. I've been trying to hit that for a while. I tried to hit that 4 times before actually doing this, so I was happy I hit it. But I was also kind of surprised I hit it because in the program you'll see that the only time you deadlift is right after squats, which I hate, because if you're doing sumo, then your quads are just completely fried the whole time. So also something different I'm doing this time, as well as adding in the bench program instead of the bench days. I'm swapping the deadlift days. So with the Candito program, the way it regularly is right now, you squat and deadlift on the same day, and it always does that. It's your squat day, your bench day, your squat day, your bench day, except for the first week, which is kind of weird. But all the other weeks are like that: squat, bench, squat, bench. So what I'm doing is this time separating the squat and the deadlift by a whole day, and this 6-week block I'm doing conventional. Watched a lot of guys, they say they switch back and forth sumo and conventional, and they get a lot of good results from doing that. So I'll be doing that every 6 weeks, swapping deadlifts. So yeah, like I was saying, I was surprised that the deadlift went up 10 pounds because every time I deadlifted during the program, it felt horrible because I just squatted beforehand. So we're gonna see if that changes anything, deadlifting on a different day. See if that'll help train those muscles up any better. Also, one last thing I wanted to add. After this, I was put up today's training videos. I start out with the warm-ups, then do working sets. And I just had squat and bench today. But one thing I wanted to add was, my job is kind of like, I guess I'm probably sitting down 70% of the time. The other 30% of the time is like a medium to mild amount of activity. So also, nutrition-wise, I usually have a hard time hitting all my protein for the day. But for the most part, get enough sleep, don't eat as much as I should, and don't have that active of a day. So my results could be hugely different than yours if you do this. I'm just trying to give you as many stats as I can, just in case you're like, wow, his progress is absolutely horrible. Well, mine was so much better than his. I wonder why that was. Or like, oh, he did so much better than mine. That's probably because I got more sleep than you did, something like that. It's definitely not because I'm eating more than you, that's for sure. So that's something I'm going to try to keep track of this time. Definitely eat more. Yeah, I mean, if we can get another 30-pound squat PR, that'd be fantastic. Honestly, the squat was probably the redeeming factor of this, because, I don't know, if you're like me and your bench is awful and takes the most work, that was the only thing that was the worst thing about this program, was the bench just barely 5 pounds in 6 weeks. And it's still a small bench. It should be going up faster than that. So yeah, if you're like me, your bench sucks, and you have to do it like at least 4 or 5 days a week in order to get progress, maybe you can try this out too. So for this set, I was feeling pretty bad, so I only did 5 reps, and yeah, I think if I did a 6-1, I probably would have made it. Also, this is the first day I was using this combo rack, and so not having safeties there was kind of freaking me out. Also, my buddy came over before I did the last set, and so he was hyping me up. So I didn't record the last set, but I did one more set of 5 after this. So this is 160 for 3. This is my final set. I'm not going to make you guys watch all the warm-ups and stuff, but this is my final set. And then after this, I drop the weight by 5 pounds and do 3 sets of 8 for closed grip bench. And then you can see my last set of that as well.